Hello and welcome, Virgo, to your May messages. So keep in mind, these are collective in general. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never take anything that doesn't resonate. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So Virgo, it looks like, wow. We start out with the Fool energy, fearless beginnings. So you've climbed some sort of mountain here. Okay, some of you, it's like you've just completed some sort of cycle very successfully, maybe some certification or degree, and you're feeling on top of the world, right? Just like how this person is on top of that mountain there and gets to see that beautiful, sunrise or sunset, right? That beautiful view and perspective. So I feel like this journey that you were on, yes, very much was physical, but it also was internal. And it was about kind of your development with that Fool energy. We have the Four of Swords, earned rest. So now you get to kind of rest and recharge, kick your feet up, read your book, sit outside in nature, right? Spend time grounding and relaxing. I feel like with that tree energy that he's relaxing back, against it kind of reminds me of ancestor energy, right? And feeling that support and that love and kind of that your ancestors are celebrating you, right? Virgos, because we have earned rest. We also have earned reward with judgment. So the way that you've navigated a situation, you've done it in a very balanced way. And it looks like, karma is shifting in your favor here with that judgment, earned reward. So earned rest and earned reward. And wow, yeah, rest can be reward, especially if you've been in a busy season. So we get into the character energy here. We have singer, resonance, moving hearts, harmony, emotion, performance. So some of you, yes, you could be singers, you could be artists, you could have, released an album, you could have moved forward in a competition, you could have completed some sort of degree, right? Or it could just be that you are very much vocal, right? You are vocal, you're speaking up about what's important, you're moving people with what you're saying. Like your voice is, so incredibly important right now, right? Like you have the ability to bless people with what you share. Your words and the way that you speak, you really think about it. You think about what value it's bringing forward. Some of you could go to a concert as well. That's really important for you with this singer energy. We also have chef, culinary maestro, cooking, culinary artistry, seasoning proficiency. So, again, you're very self-motivated here and disciplined. Some of you, maybe it's culinary school, maybe it's just starting it, right? Or you completed it here. And then we have painter, depicts abstract form and sensation. So like your creativity is also very important here for you. So I do feel like with kind of like the darker energy, you may have had to like work during the day and work in the evening, or like work during the day and go to school in the evening. But you're able to now have more freedom and relaxation and focus on things that bring flow into your experience, right? You're celebrating these new beginnings. And I don't know that everyone really understands like the internal personal journey that you've gone through to be where you are right now at this time with that certification, with that degree, or whatever that mountain is that you were climbing, right? With that Fool energy. We also have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups energy here. So many of you are, involved with someone here with the King and the Queen of Cups energy, or you're attracting in someone who has that love and compassion that you have, with the King and the Queen of Cups. They're very emotionally intelligent. If you are, with your person here, like you're working really well together, you understand each other, your heart connection with each other is very strong. I also feel like something that has to do with this judgment is we have peaceful diplomacy and intuitive compassion. You've had compassion with someone or some sort of situation. And I feel like that's really paying off here. And that's why you have that earned reward. Now, when we get into the past life energy, it's interesting, okay? Because you have Archangel Michael, strength, courage, letting go, and you have finding love, spouse, and lover, okay? So some of you, again, you're meeting someone perhaps in May that really aligns with your heart space. Others of you, like you're with your person, right? You're with your spouse right now. And what you're moving through in your connection or just in your experiences, we have phobias, anxiety, and overcoming fears. and isolation, lack of connection. So some of you, there was a fear of abandonment, or not being understood, or being left out, and I feel like this is something that's quite secretive. Okay. And you feel like you've had to like work really hard to prove yourself, for many of you. But you're moving through these phobias, and you have this partner that has this compassion and this softness and this understanding, right? Like, look at these two. So you really have a beautiful love um, partner perhaps coming in here as you work through some of these fears that are coming up. It's almost like I'm seeing you open up and share your fears with your partner, and them listening to, holding that space for you, and then kind of quieting those fears, or soothing. I don't want to say silencing, but like soothing, those fears, reassuring you, because you do have that wound to kind of work through in May, or that's something that's coming, forward here. Now, when we get into the astro codes, we have the second house resources. So you could be receiving some sort of, again, we have that reward energy. It could be monetary, right? You could be receiving a raise. Again, if you have some sort of certification, or you've elevated yourself in your career, obviously your income could be increasing. And we have Jupiter abundance. And I believe it was Aries also had this message. So maybe check out the Aries reading as well. But abundance is coming in here for you. Reward is coming in for you. This beautiful, loving, like compassionate energy, right? Like your ego might have been like, oh, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm moving through this wound at this time in my life, right? But it's worth it to move through it with the right partner. For some of you, if like you're not with someone, you might like be aligned with like the right therapist, or the right friend, or someone that can really hold that compassionate space. And also seeing with Archangel Michael, there's a lot of love and protection around you. You might work closely with Archangel Michael, call upon Archangel Michael, but there's a lot of like protection around you when it comes to finding love, or connecting with your partner, or your current relationship at this time, right? Because you certainly are leveling up, and that seems to be the theme for May. Now, when it comes to love, the love energy, we have I can still taste you, desire. So I feel like there'll be more desire coming into your connection, or that's something that you really want here from your partner, is to be desired, right? That's something that's coming through, and I feel like that will be expressed. We also have the palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So again, there's patience, there's compassion with each other. You're focusing on building something very stable. If you're feeling insecure, like that with this person you can bring this to the table. This is very healthy, beautiful dynamic, or that's something that you're going to be calling in here. Something that's long-term with that palm tree. Some of you might be going on a holiday soon with the palm tree energy. We also have coconut cream pie, dreamy, my head is in the clouds, right? So some of you, it's like kind of that head over heels, falling in love sort of energy, or falling in love with your partner again because of them holding this compassionate space and helping you work through these challenges that are coming up for you, these triggers, these shadows, these emotional wounds, maybe from childhood, these phobias, right? And some of you, yes, you're doing this with a therapist, or it's with a partner, or you're doing this now to prepare for a partner. But either way, it's like that compassion and love and understanding is just bringing you closer together, and like, making you desire each other even more, right? And fall in love on another level with each other. So that's really beautiful. Let's go ahead and clarify this fearless beginning. For my Virgos, King of Wands, dependable, goal-oriented. Yeah, there's a goal here that you have smashed, right? Whether it's you're just starting, or you've completed something, you're on the next level. It's all about the higher perspective for you right now. Okay, some of you are also connecting in with your higher self. Let's clarify that Four of Swords energy. I just saw the Sun card, and we have the Strength card too, unquestioned confidence. So you're feeling very secure in yourself in some respects. I feel like within your career, I think some of your insecurities come out in your romantic relationships, perhaps, or your interpersonal relationships, your friendships. And that's something that you are moving through here with that Strength card, and making time, to rest, relax, to enjoy. And with Judgment, we have the Magician, manifesting reward again, and the Page of Cups, new excitement. Okay, some of you could be inviting in a new energy into your experience with this Page of Cups energy. We have that excitement. That's something you're preparing for, manifesting here. Some of you, this could be a new pet. Some of you, this could be, bringing in a new family member or news of a new family member, even if it's not necessarily you and your connection, but that's something that could be exciting. It could be a friend who's, going to be having a baby, or it's something that makes you really happy. But the other message that's coming through, if that's not it, is that with this new excitement, there's something happening here that it's like you're feeding your inner child, your inner joy, right? Whether it's like a new opportunity, it's some type of news, but it's something that emotionally just feels so joyful for you, okay? So that is what I have here for you, Virgo. I'm going to now take this into the extended. We'll get deeper into these layers, okay? And if you're leaving me here, thank you so much. I hope this brought you value. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. If you're going to be joining me extended, I will see you soon. That's linked below in the extended videos only Patreon membership. Looks beautiful here. Let's dive deeper into this beauty for you, and maybe move through some of these fears. Maybe focus on like your connection here too, because I feel like that's really important. Like you having a supportive partner is really important for you, Virgo, especially at this time. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon.